Hi, this little video about how to take apart and put back together a DS321 belt sander. The sander is held together with a bunch of screws, so probably a power drill and a Torx bit are required, or at least the power drill makes it a little more pleasant. So we'll start by taking off a bunch of these screws. The screws are pretty straightforward. They're almost all the same length. There's two in the front that are long, and there's two at the back that are very long. Other than that, all the screws are the same length. So we'll just start by taking off the screws. So that's the screws for that side. And now we got to take off the screws on this side. We don't have to take off these screws right here. So, but most of them on this side have got to come off. Okay. These are the long screws back here at the back. Oh, we might take off the bag. Okay, so let's get these screws off the back. So those two screws are different, and these two screws here at the front are different. The two from the front, right here and here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I've left on the only two screws that don't need to come off. Okay, so now you're down to two screws holding the case together. One is a screw that's tightened with a nut, so technically I suppose it's a bolt. And to find that nut, you take this little cap off the end here, pry it off. Then you need a 5/16 inch nut driver. It's not that, usually not that tight, but you might need a handle. Screw it off, unscrew it off. There's the nut, and there's a little washer in here. Now on the other side, pull the handle out, little rectangular washer on it. So now you're ready to pry the plastic handle off. And now you're down to one screw, the hidden screw. And that's right here. And that's the reason you had to pull the handle off, because it's under, the handle covers up the screw. So now, if we've got all the screws apart, we ought to be able to pry this thing, or all the screws off, we ought to be able to pry this thing apart. And it looks like we do. So here we are. Now we've got the two halves apart, and we can get at the things that you might need to change. In my case, I have to change the switch here, but you might also have to change the brushes, which are right here. And if you're inspired, the path for the sawdust to get in the bag that's through here, and you can dig the sawdust out if you want to make your sawdust collection bag work. So here we are. I'm going to take the thing switch off, so it pops out here. One thing to note, if you do indeed have to change the switch, Black & Decker makes 3 types of this thing, so you got to get the type that goes with your particular version of the DS321. They make a DS321 Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. In my case, I happen to have a Type 3, and the local store didn't carry Type 3, so I had to get my replacement switch via the internet. So I'm taking it apart. I'm going to try and maintain the fact that the white wire, I've marked the white wire here with black so that I'm going to maintain the black wire coming in is going to go to the black or the same white wire. I don't know if that's important, but I'm going to do it the way it came from the factory. So now I'm unscrewing the switch. And there you are, the old switch. Okay, so now I'm going to put the new switch back in. I'm going to put maintain the connection of the black wire to the place it went before. I don't know if it's important, but I'm just going to do it the same way that it came from the factory. And tricky here. Okay, just twist this switch into place. Alright, hopefully when we put this thing together and plug it in, it should run. So now we're going to try putting it back together, which the reverse order of what we did to take it apart. Okay. Start by putting back our secret screw. Okay. Now I'm going to put back all the smaller screws. Now the medium length screws up front. And the two longer screws in the back. So the two longest screws. Okay, and screws on this side. And now we're going to put on the handle. Oh, you get the, yeah. Okay. A little lever with the rectangular washer in place. A larger round washer. And the little 5/16 nut, which probably is the best way to do that. To get it started, put it in the nut driver. Oops. And tighten it down so that that lever puts some pressure. There you go. Oh, and the little cap. So we can open the lever, move our handle around, close the lever. All is good. We're finished. And thanks for watching.